everybody? Welcome to another stream. As usual, give me just a few minutes, let me get things set up, and we'll get it rolling. Alrighty. What's up, Shadow? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to see you made it in, my friend. We're gonna get back after the great one today. Hopefully he'll show up. The faster he shows up, the faster we can move on to other projects. How you doing today, my friend? Hope you are doing well. I had to reset time immediately. Somehow it didn't save my time reset. Well, good. Let me refresh my stream real quick. My wife sent me a chat. Or a text, rather. There we go. We'll just get right back at it today. Hopefully we'll be able to get that great ones up here so we can move on to doing some other things. I have not seen my other male in the zone for a little bit, so I think I'll go ahead and shoot a female. There we go. Hopefully my other male will come back. So basically, if I get the great one really quickly in the stream, then we're going to move on and do some other things until later in the day. So, like, if the great one appears right now, then I'm going to be making, I'm probably ending this stream. Or I might keep the stream going. I really don't know. I'll have to make sure that everybody knows that I've got the great one. So I'll basically be taking a screenshot of him, putting a post up on my channel, letting everybody know that he's here. And then in the last hour of the stream today, we'll be taking him out and letting people jump. And I'll be letting everybody jump onto my map, and that way they can be part of the thumbnail for the video. So that's kind of my plan. So if we get him sooner, if we get him before like real quickly, then yeah, we'll do some other things, maybe some multiplayer or something until later on in the day. And then in the last hour of the stream, we will come and take him out, and hopefully we'll have several people in the chat with us, and we'll let you all come onto my multiplayer map with me. I'll take him out, and then you guys can come and take a screenshot with me. Don't worry, man. I know you really want to play multiplayer again, but it'll happen. Like I said, it's all about getting this great one first. I really want to get this great one before I move on to do anything else. I've gotten so far into this grind, and I just want to get it over with before I move on. Well, no wonder why I can't reload. I don't have any ammo. I forgot that I was out of ammo since yesterday. Well, give me just a minute while I'm at this other tent real quick. I gotta purchase about another 1,000 bullets, so it'll be just a minute before we start shooting again. Probably not off stream. Anytime that I'm doing stuff with you guys, I mean, like I said, if you happen to be playing multiplayer and then all of a sudden you realize you're on a map with me, then obviously you're gonna get to hunt with me. Because I am gonna be hunting some off stream. After I get the great one, just trying to learn how to operate multiplayer better. But most of my stuff is gonna be live with you guys, so that's gonna be kind of a really tough thing to find. But whenever we do go to multiplayer map hunting and stuff, I will let you guys be choosing what maps we do. So I'm sure at some point in the future you'll be on the same map as me hunting for alligators and whatever you want to hunt for. But I would like for everybody to stay apart from each other so that way nobody's competing over animals. And also when you're hunting together, it also doubles the amount of scent that carries in the wind, making it a lot easier for you to get for animals to get spooked. So, like I said though, we'll figure something out. Oh, the joys of having to buy ammunition without a slider. One more. Alright, that'll do. 1,015. That'll work. Now I can reload. You know what? I'm gonna try to try out one of the new skins. I haven't done that yet. I think I'm only gonna do it on my 22 though. Give me just a second. Yes, I am exclusive to the PS5. So everything I do on my channel, whether it's playthroughs or Call of the Wild, is always PlayStation 5. So as long as you're PlayStation, you'll be able to hunt with me. Again, though, there is rules to be had, and I will be going over those whenever we decide. There we go, that looks pretty cool. Now we're using one of the new skins. I actually like that quite a bit on the 22. I'll keep the mossy yoke on the shotgun, though. But yeah, man, like I said, whenever we open the map up to multiplayer, I will be going over some rules with everybody who's in chat so that people know what I'm expecting of them. Because it will be open mic, so I will be able to directly talk to you guys. But if people are fighting over the microphones or being disrespectful to others or hogging the microphone, then I'll end up having to mute you guys and potentially even kick people if they continue to disobey me. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But, you know, rules are rules, and we got to be respectful of each other. Last time we did this, there was a couple of people that were getting spiteful because other people would just hog the mic, and they started ignoring my commands every single time I tell them to do something, and I ended up having to mute them. And then whenever I unmuted them a little while later, they were still fighting over the mic. So if anything like that happens, I'll have to kick people. But it's just because they're not being respectful and giving everybody a chance to talk to me. Yeah, the only thing that I don't want people taking off my maps as well, if you didn't know this, is super rares. For one, it would be completely heartbreaking for me to miss out on super rare, considering that I have 2,700 hours in the game, and that's the only trophy I don't have. So I'm just going to trust that nobody will cheat me out of one of them. If people see that there's a diamond potential rare on the map, I'm just going to hope that people will be like, hey, there is maybe a super rare over here. Do you want to try to get him? And then once I have a few super rares under my belt, at that point I'll be a little bit more lenient towards you guys taking home super rares. But everything else on the map is fair game. I don't care if you guys find diamonds, rares. You can take home whatever you want. The only thing I don't want you guys to take home with you is like great ones or super rares, for obvious reasons. But I doubt you'll ever find a great one though, because I'm not going to be opening up my maps that I've been grinding on. The only time I'll do that is if we get the great one, and it's just to let you guys in there to do the screenshot with me. So that whenever I post a video, you guys will be in the thumbnail. No. Oh, come on. Man, that was just not fair. But what can you do, I guess? That was a bad shot. How am I missing these shots? There we go. Okay. I need to quit taking risky shots. I'm losing all these. Because my pheasants don't have a collar for one, and for two, it's easier to shoot them out of their zones. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun there and trying some long range shooting. But the wind highly affects the 22 rounds in the game, so I was just taking some risky shots to have a little bit of fun. But it didn't pay off. I have two different zones now that I'm having to go home with 1 out of 2, so I'm just gonna have to be a little bit smarter. Florida Gator. I don't think there's a Florida map, but I think the closest thing you'll find is in Mississippi Acres. That would have the American alligator in there, which is the closest thing to what lives in Florida. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the same species, actually. So if you're needing to do a Florida alligator, then Mississippi Acres is where you want to go. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the only map in the game that actually has alligators. And also, whenever you just as a rule of thumb, whenever you do use collars in the game, as soon as you shoot your first animal, all the other animals are going to spook, because they're all coming in on high strings, responding to your collar. So if you shoot an animal that's responding to your caller and there's a bunch of other animals with it, it'll as soon as you pull the trigger, all the other ones are going to spook too. So it's not really a good idea to use callers whenever you're grinding, unless you're trying to get a great one to come to you or a super rare or something like that. If you're trying to target a certain animal that's in a group, then yeah, it can be really helpful. But if you're just wanting to shoot all the males out while you're trying to grind, then there would be no point in doing that. You'd just be spooking more stuff than anything. Oh, and 1 second, Shadow. I forgot to pin the message to today's stream. Give me 1 second. There we go. Alrighty, we're good to go. Let me just refresh the stream, make sure that I'm still up to date. Wow, you're awfully close today. Oh, that's a bad shot. I gotta get this rust wore off, man. I'm not shooting good today. I was shooting pretty well yesterday, and oh, there's two over here this time? Yep, they're both gonna get spooked either way. That was not good. My shot should start counting here in a minute, guys. Oh, goodness. I don't know. I think that I'm just anticipating the great one too much because I'm just rushing my shots today for some reason. I'm gonna have to cool off and try to really make sure that I'm doing good shooting. What's up, Colton? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing good, buddy. We haven't had any trophies just yet, but we have learned that my aim is off right now, so I'm having to hope and pray that my shots are going to start counting here soon. But I hope you're doing well, my friend. There we go. That one counted. I normally have two males here, but I don't see another male, so I guess I'll take another female with me. There we go. Alright, where'd my other one go? Here he is. What are you up to today, Colton? Doing anything interesting or fun? Same goes for you, Shadow. You guys doing anything cool today, or just hanging out? GTA mainly? Oh, that's awesome, Colton. I'm glad that your herd management is finally working for you. Just playing the Hunter, Shadow? So that works. That's what I used to do. Whenever I used to grind, I used to watch Scarecrow. I'd watch him while I was grinding for great ones while I was grinding for great ones. Okay. Where's the other male at? There he is. Please land. Sometimes they'll land right in the edge of the woods there, and I can have a second chance at them, but looks like I'm gonna have to go 1 for 2 this time around. Wait a minute. I hit one. I hit them both. It looks like we got both of them, guys. I just opened up my map and it shows 2 pressures. So I guess I did hit that. I guess I did hit that pheasant at one point or another. Well, I must have got him with a shotgun shot. Is my guess. Unless this is pressure from yesterday. Nope. Nope. We got both of them. Unless my dog's going way over there to track that bird for whatever reason. What in the world? Oh, we shot a female. Shoot, that ain't good. So we didn't get both roosters. We got one of the females, and then we also got the other male. That's rough. Shoot. Well, hopefully that doesn't mess up this place. I usually get 2 males here all the time, so hopefully shooting a female ain't gonna mess it up any. Oh, that's kind of gutting. But what can you do? You need a new great one? Yeah, me too, man. Like I said, I'm really hoping they add one of my top 3 this year. I'd love to see the Rocky Mountain elk as my number 1. Roosevelt elk would be okay too because they're both elk species, so I'd be fine either way. But I really want it to be Rocky Mountain. Followed by the mule deer, followed by a caribou slash reindeer. With the reindeer, I'd prefer it over top of the caribou. Where is my other male? I don't have another male here today? If I do, he's doing a good job of hiding. Oh, there he is. Oh, got him. Alright, good. We got both. And a mule deer, are you saying that that's the great one you're wanting? I think that's what you're meaning, Colton. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, good, yeah. Yeah, the mule deer is definitely one I want to see. That's probably my second most wanted one. Like I said, the Rocky Mountain elk is my number 1, then followed by the mule deer, and then I would love to see a reindeer. But I'll be okay with the caribou as long as their heads get a little bit of a rework. I think their heads are a little bit blocky, and then their antlers I think also need to be taller, wider, and a little bit thicker. And the same thing goes for the antlers for the Rocky Mountain elk as well. Look back at the coastline real quick. That's still level 1. What are you? Alright, good. They're both level 1s. And I don't see another male over there with them, so that's gonna be just fine. Okay, there's that guy. Where's my second male at? There he is. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that second shot there was gonna miss. Yeah, Colton, like I told Shadow a few minutes ago, if we do get the great one early in one of the streams, what I'm going to be doing is taking a screenshot of him, letting everybody know on my channel that he is now on the map. And then I'm going to wait and probably till the last hour of the stream to take him out. So that way everybody has a chance to try to get the first come, first serve where they can be part of the thumbnail. Because I will be open. So whenever the great one is spotted on my map, I'm going to take care of all the updates, let everybody know that it's here. And then I'm going to turn this map in from single player to a multiplayer map. And I'm going to let you guys hang out on the map until I get the great one killed. And then once the great one is down on the ground, you guys can all come in and surround the pheasant and be part of the thumbnail for when the video releases. And that's just going to be kind of how I'm going to do things from now on. And it's sort of like a thank you for everybody hanging out with me during the grinds. And then I think that if we get him today, I think that next week we may split the week up, where depending on which days I can stream will depend on what we do. Because I don't know my wife's schedule until the end of the week. So depending on what her shifts are like next week will depend on what we do, and also depends on if I get a job, because I am currently job hunting. So we'll have to get everything figured out as far as whether we're gonna do multiplayer or just single player next week. I really do like the new camouflage, though, that came with the community event. I don't know if you guys have even noticed it, but I am using the new camouflage on the 22 today. Just getting a little bit tired of seeing the same wood pattern, even though I do like that wood pattern on the 22. I'm just a sucker for camouflage, especially green camo. Like foresty camo has always been my favorite, and then also snowland camouflage. Like I love Medved's wrap, but I'm somebody who also has to match my environment. So like depending on which map I'm hunting on, I like all my weapons and stuff to reflect the colors of that map. It's just kind of like a peeve of mine. I like to be able to blend in with the environment, I guess. I do wish they'd make a ghillie suit though that was orange camo, or at least an orange camo costume. So that way we'd have white, orange, and green. Not that it's that big of a deal. Move out of the way, honey. There we go. Let me refresh my stream, guys. Make sure that I'm not missing any of your chats. Nope, I'm not. Okay, good. Just a quiet day in chat then. That ain't a problem. I'm just glad you guys are still here waiting for the great one to appear. Pheasant. Where are they? I thought they were right here. Apparently they were not right here. No, they're more over this way. Okay. There they are. I see them now. Got them both that time. Also, guys, I just wanted to let you all know, as you can tell by the title from yesterday and also the title from today, I've just quit counting how many kills it's been. So, like I said, I'm really not sure how many kills we have into the Great One Pheasant. We're now at least 2.7, between 2,700 and 3,000 kills. However, that's about as close to a guess as I'm going to be able to get, guys. So, just wanted you all to be aware that we are no longer going to be counting our kills with the Great One Pheasant. We're just going to take him whenever he gets here. If you guys want to try to keep track, you're more than welcome to. But it's clear that I don't really know what my exact number is. And for that reason, that's the reason why I've just quit counting. I don't want to mislead you guys and make you think that I have, oh, he has this many kills in, whenever in truth I really have no idea. Or at least I don't have a good idea, I should say. I just know that I'm near 3,000 kills, and that's about all I know. And then again, I could still be way off. There was a couple of weeks, so what messed me up, in case you guys are wondering, just to make conversation and also just to be kind of informative, what made me realize that I was off, whenever I first started this grind, I actually was counting my pheasants properly, but after I got to about, I think it was 700 kills, I had like 2 or 3 strings where I forgot to count my pheasants. And that's the reason why I've actually lost track. That's the reason why I'm kind of lost into this grind. It's because of those three times I just forgot to count my pheasants entirely. So that's the reason why I'm kind of off. But luckily, I do know what my kill count on my moose and my whitetail are on New England. So whenever we go back there to complete that grind, I'll be able to keep up with those. Getting a little bit late in the day now, but like I said, I like to try to get at least 2 runs in. And so far, we are getting a pretty good amount of respawns from the morning. Also, guys, I see that there's a few of you in stream. If you guys are enjoying yourselves, please make sure that you hit the like button for me. It helps spread me around YouTube and helps more people find my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already and you're having a good time, please make sure you guys hit the subscribe button for me. You guys will have chances to hunt with me in the future, as I'm wanting to be a very interactive channel. So we'll be doing a lot of multiplayer stuff. I'll be doing a series where I'm going to come to your trophy lodges and visit them and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in a channel that's very interactive with subscribers, this might be the channel for you. Now, there was 2 males here earlier in the day, but it looks like I've just got the one that showed back up. That's fine. Well, I do have a few of you guys in chat though. This is TBD, by the way. It's not something that's guaranteed or not. But let's just say that we got the Great One earlier in today's stream and we had a few hours to do things. Would you guys want to jump straight into building my trophy lodge with me, or would you guys want to be doing some multiplayer hunting together? Like, what would you guys like to do? If I got the Great One today and we still had a couple hours to play with after we killed him, what would you guys like to do? Would you guys like for me to continue to open up one of my lodges and have you guys join me in my lodge and help build my trophy lodge? Or would you guys want to just do some multiplayer hopping? Well, not hopping, but going on one of my maps. You'd rather do multiplayer, Colton? That's still fine. I was honestly not really sure what I would do with the rest of my time. That's why I was going to ask you guys in chat. and whatever I saw the most is what we would do. But I know some people said they would like to actually join me in one of the lodges and actually be there with me, helping me build the lodge, which I'm fine with. And then I saw some other people like you that would rather me just spend the rest of the stream hunting and multiplayer. Because I'm still trying to decide if I want to build my lodge on my own and then just invite you guys into it, or at least do a video on it and then let you guys give me comments on it, or if you guys actually wanted me to do a stream where you guys could literally build it with me. So maybe I'll do a post, maybe I'll do a poll or something on it. I'm gonna check my last 2 zones, guys, and we'll reset time. Colton, those 2 chats actually gave me a little bit of peace of mind. It's been a while since I've seen somebody talk in chat, so I was kind of worried that chat wasn't working, but looks like everybody's wanting to linger today, which is totally fine. I'm glad that I'm entertaining enough. So that's all that matters. As long as you guys are having a good time and waiting for that great one to spawn, that's all that really matters anyways. I just have a good time chatting my head off and hunting. Just really want to get this thing out of the way. I'm ready to kill something with antlers again. Antlers or paddles, either way. Alright guys, last spot here. We'll check this zone and then we'll start the grind, then we'll start a new run. What in the world? Okay. I didn't know you guys made... I didn't know they made water noises. I thought that was just the dog that did. That's my friend. I'm thinking about naming this guy because he's always here. And I'm thinking about giving him a name. But I don't know if I want to or not. Like, every single one of my zones, I'm always seeing, like, the same foxes or the same raccoons come out of the woods. And I thought about naming them since I'm not hunting them. But I'm really not sure if I will or not. I've always noticed that have you guys ever noticed that on South Sweetson Park, if it's going to rain, it's usually always right around the middle of the day. And whenever it does rain, it doesn't last. Like, it's always just for like a few seconds, then it's over. But we still have a respawn here, guys. I don't know why he's here this late in the day, but we'll take him anyways. That's either my second pheasant in this zone or something. Let me try to take one of these females. Nope. You can't take one of you guys. Okay. I'm trying to get my second male to show back up in this group. I haven't seen him in a few runs. Well, guys, we did get those last respawns there, so let me go grab them real quick, and then we'll reset time at the next zone. What are you doing on GTA right now, Colton? You doing anything in particular? I think last time you said you was doing a heist, like a bank heist, if I'm not mistaken. I was kind of intrigued to see what you're doing now. I didn't know if you're doing the same thing or something else now. Well, don't need this thing no more. See ya. Bye. Oh, you're prepping for a heist? Is heist your favorite thing to do on there? I think that's what you're always saying you're doing whenever I'm asking you what's going on. What did I just see? Something got spotted. I don't see nothing. There ain't nothing wrong with that, Colton. There's a lot of games I've played where I was like that. Mercenaries was definitely one of them. On that game, you could literally destroy anything you wanted to destroy, and in one of my playthroughs of the game, I just wanted to destroy the map, just to see if I could. And I spent like 5 hours in real life time just dropping nukes on the map, and I literally leveled the entire map. And the funny part is that after you nuke the entire map, you actually get achievement, and it's called World in Flames, which was actually the subtitle of the game. And the game has to end because it says that you murdered everybody in the city, and therefore the story can't continue. And it was actually kind of funny. But yeah, I used to spend all my money on that game on different vehicles and bombs and airstrikes and all kinds of stuff just to have fun with it. So I can relate. Empty zones, empty zones. Ain't no one home, just empty zones. Womp womp. I think I'm going to try a new strategy today, guys. Instead of doing main menu resets, what I think I'm going to do is if I go through my first run and there's hardly anything here, I think I'll up it by 1 hour and then do the run again. And see if that helps. Because I think sometimes the pheasants like to be in their zones early in the morning, and then after you shoot them, sometimes they like to go to late in the morning. And I think that's the reason why my zones aren't consistent, is because I think some of my groups just consistently change times as to when they want to be here. Because as I'm seeing right now, there is nothing in these zones at 9:30 in the morning. Yep. There's that fox that's always here. All these raccoon families. Hey, we got some pheasants. Do I have both males back? I mean, I don't see another male in there, unfortunately. Hopefully, it's just a matter of time before I'll get him to come back. But we'll go ahead and take the one. And then I'll switch to my shotgun just in case we go down here and there happens to be another male flying through the air. Nope. It's all females. Oh well. Just empty, brother, empty. Yeah, I'll finish out this run. And I know I repeat myself a lot during these streams, but it's just so you guys know my plan, and it's because I just do this anyways. Even in real life, I just continuously repeat my plans. So just overlook me if it's annoying. But I'll complete these last zones, and then I'm going to reset time to be an hour later. And then I'm going to go through my zones again and see if they're here. If not, I'll probably end up having to do a main menu reset if there's still nothing here after the next run. Oh, what's up, Ty? I'll try to remember that. My name in chat is going to be different than Ty, so if I call you Shauna or something, you'll have to just overlook me or correct me again. But it's nice to see you in chat, man. Hope you're having a good day. Make yourself at home. There's a lot of good educated people here, and talk about whatever you like to talk about. Just make sure that it's family friendly. And also, if you like playthroughs and Call of the Wild, you might want to consider subscribing. 80% of my content is Call of the Wild, and then 20% is playthroughs on the side. But welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, it's your mom's name. I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, it's nice to have you. Alright, guys, we're going to go to, let's say, 10:15 or 10:10. And then see if this helps my zones out any. I really don't want a main menu reset if I don't have to. Ty, do you play Call of the Wild often? Are you new to the game, or you played it for several years? Or if you don't want to talk about Call of the Wild, what have you been doing today, or however you want to talk? Also, if you're not somebody to chat and chat, if you're just saying hi, but you're still going to stick around, just let me know that you'll be lingering. So that way I'm not trying to talk to you if you're not interested in talking. I want to respect everybody. If people are shy and don't really feel like talking much, then I'll respect that. Hey, we got both pheasants back in this zone. Let's go. Not yet, Jack. We haven't had any trophies yet today. I've only been streaming for a short amount of time, but it could happen at any point. As long as I make my shots count, that is. How in the world am I not counting? There we go. This one I should be able to aim dead on. Yeah. He'll die. Oh, I appreciate it, Ty. Appreciate all the support. Also, Ty, if you are a PlayStation player, we do a lot of multiplayer on my channel. I want to be very interactive with my subscribers, so we do multiplayer hunts on here several times. Well, after we get the great one, I'm planning on doing this anyways. But once we get the great one, I'm planning on doing some multiplayer streams, let you guys come in and actually talk with me and hunt with me. So if you want to be able to be interactive with me directly, that is also something you're going to be able to do on here. Again, I am PlayStation exclusive, and you have to have PlayStation to play. So... let me see. Should I play GTA or the Hunter Call of the Wild? If you're wanting a game that's kind of laid back and you're just wanting to shoot things and kill things, I'd say Call of the Wild. But if you're needing a little bit more excitement and action in your life, I would say GTA. That's what I'll do. If you're wanting something a little bit more fast-paced and action-packed, then a little bit less calm, I guess, then I would go GTA. Call of the Wild is more of a game you want to play when you're just wanting to chill and relax and hunt some things. So it just depends on what kind of day you're wanting. Colton is currently playing GTA, so he's asking me some questions. He's one of my OGs on the channel. He's been around since the Hunter pretty much started on my channel. I don't know why I needed the wheel there. Where's the other one? I know I shot two. I think one of them has flown off after I hit it. There he is. Yeah, he tried to run into the woods. Yep, this is working, guys. So yeah, this is just a matter of the pheasants are wanting to come later in the morning, so... This is what I'll probably do from now on then. Instead of doing main menu resets, if there's nothing in my fields, I'll just fast forward an hour. And it seems to be working pretty good. You're grinding black bear? How far into the grind are you getting? And have you got any good trophies with the grind yet? Let me see. Well, middle zone's empty, but we got the other two zones here. But yeah, Ty, I meant to also let you know that I do have over $3 million in the game, over 2,700 hours played, and I also have one of every great one except for the pheasant, fox, and bear. But I do have one of every other great one. No. Why, bird? Why? Oh. Oh, we got lucky. Oh, we got lucky. He decided to land and he gave us another shot. Let's go. Clutch. My eye has been itching me all day. I don't know if it's allergies or what it is, but it feels like I have an eyelash in my eye, but I searched it pretty thoroughly earlier and could not find an eyelash in it. Why are all my birds always alert? There we go. Hello? Duke, show me where this pheasant is. There he is. Doing a good job as always, my friend. Here's your little treat. Well, it's invisible again, but I promise I am feeding you a treat. Hopefully that air tasted good. That's still not bad, Ty. That's still not bad. As long as you're getting some diamonds and you're getting some rares and stuff, that's all that really matters. Great one will come in time, but the bear is a tough one to grind for. It usually takes a few thousand kills to get a great one bear, unless you're lucky. Yeah, Colton is one of the hardcore grinders on my channel. So if you have any questions about grinding for any kind of great one species, me and Colton can help you out quite a bit. And then we have some other people that sometimes join in too that are also hardcore grinders. So I'm mostly a grinder, but I also love free roaming. So whenever I get this pheasant killed, which it could be any time when the great one shows up for me and the pheasants, but once this pheasant appears and we get the great one pheasant, I am going to be moving on to doing some multiplayer with you guys and doing some other things on my channel. I'm just somebody that wants to complete a task before I move on to something new. Now my shots are pretty much counting, and I hope I didn't just bite myself in the butt by saying that. At least most of my shots are now counting. When I first started the stream today, man, I was terrible. I couldn't get a single shot to land. Yeah, Colton's a big bear, man. I like antlers. I'm more for something with antlers or horns. Or if you're talking about moose, then paddles. I like headgear. But if you ever add a grizzly or a lion, that might just change my ways, because I'm also for very iconic animals, and the grizzly is a very iconic animal, and also my favorite bear in the world, pretty much. Other than like the foreign bears. So I'd definitely be grinding for grizzlies if they had that. And then if you ever had a lion, of course I think everybody would be after a lion, great one. Yeah, Jack's pretty educated in animals themselves. So he's kind of like, I guess he'd be more of a free roamer. Yeah, Jack, I'm not meaning to leave you out, my man. Yeah, so you're more of a stalker than a Ty, which is what I am. Usually whenever I'm free roaming, I like to locate an animal, then use the e-collar or collars and call them into me and take them with a bow. That is usually what I like doing when I'm free roaming, unless I just feel like shooting stuff. If I don't really feel like being like really interactive and I just want to shoot animals, I'll just take a rifle with me. But I do have a loadout that I take with me that allows me to have one of every weapon in the game pretty much, and I call it the ultimate loadout. But yeah, by having the pack mule perk, whenever you get up to level 60, it allows me to carry a rifle, the 243 pistol, a bow, a big game rifle, the 22, and then it also allows me to carry a first aid and scent eliminator, and then also the e-collar. So I can literally have a little bit. I can literally have everything with me on one time. Mm, man, you guys are up here today. Well, don't know what they're doing this close, but I'll take it. It's alright, Jack. Like I said, you don't even have to get into grinding if you don't want to. It is the easiest way to get diamonds and great ones. But but there's a lot of the community aren't grinders. I mean, most of the community on here are actually free roamers. So there's nothing wrong with them trying to learn the game before you grind, man. Jack, do you want to have an alligator with me? It makes it sound like you guys are going to raise a baby gator together. It makes it sound like you guys have a pet gator and you're raising it together. That's funny. I know what you meant, though. You didn't want to hunt gators, so that's pretty funny how you worded that, though. Yeah, this is working out like a charm. Yeah, I'm big on bow hunting. Like that's what I mainly do in the game whenever I'm not grinding. Is I mostly use the bolt action rifles and bow hunt. Occasionally, I'll get the urge to turkey hunt because I like doing realistic turkey hunting in the game too, where I'll just start real early in the morning and just take a crow collar and a mouth collar and a bow and a shotgun with me, and I'll just hunt for turkeys. I do love doing that. I thought about making another turkey hunting video, but the last one I did on my channel didn't do too well. Well, it doesn't really matter how many. There isn't really such thing as stinking at grinding, Jack. It's all about experience and it's all about learning. I mean, it took me. So I didn't start grinding until 2021. But I didn't learn about great ones and stuff until 2020. So it pretty much took me a year to really get down pat how to grind. Of course, I'm not an avid player on the game, or at least I wasn't then. Back then, I only played for a few hours a week. So that's the reason why it took me a long time. But once I started seeing Scarecrow get all of his great ones and stuff, I just inspired to get to have a lot more great ones. And I set out to get one of every great one, which I've now accomplished except for the last three. And it really does take some time. I'd say it probably takes, if you really get in on it and really start learning, I bet you it'll take about 12 to 30 hours just to figure out the basics on how to grind, like how to do it. And then I'd say it takes about 50 to 100 hours to actually do it, like to actually successfully grind. So, like I said, it is a learning experience overall. So there is no such thing as sucking at grinding. It's all about experience and knowledge. It ain't that you're terrible at it. It's just simply you're learning how to do it. So there's no reason to beat yourself up, man, if that's what you're doing. If not, then I'm just letting you know. Yeah, turkey hunting is my favorite thing to do IRL. I love deer hunting as well and squirrel hunting in real life, but turkeys. If I just love the chess game, and I use my own and as I did it, and yesterday's stream, I actually let everybody hear my turkey call that I use, where I use my own voice to call in turkeys every year. But yeah, I've killed I think 14 birds in my lifetime, but these last 4 years have just been tough on me. A lot of the places I used to hunt, I can no longer hunt in because new people own them, or things have changed so much to where the birds are just not there anymore. So there's not very many places for me to turkey hunt at the moment in IRL, but that is my favorite thing to do. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I do too, Jack. It's all about your videos and how many people hit the like button. I mean, really, that's really what it is. You gotta get you gotta have people that's supporting your channel enough to where they're hitting that like button. Every time someone hits the like button, it puts your video into the news feed for other people. So that's the reason why likes are somewhat a little bit more important than subscriptions in ways, whenever you're first starting out, at least. Because the more likes you get, the more that your works get spread around YouTube, and the higher chances of getting subscribers there are. Which is why I always encourage people to hit the like button on all my videos for me, even if they just to try to help me grow. Golly, where is my second male? I don't know if he's moved or what's happened, but I have not seen my second bird in this zone in forever now. Whoops, I knew that was gonna miss. There we go. I mean, yeah, I don't have my male over here, so I guess I'll shoot another female. And hopefully that'll do it. Ooh, you just found a level 3 turkey. Let's go. Hopefully he doesn't troll you. Hopefully he's a diamond. I'll tell you one thing. Anymore, if I see a level 3 turkey, it is so hard for me to do things legitimately. Like, if I see a level 3, I'll just want to shoot it with the 22, just so that way I can make sure I get it. But that is awesome, man. I hope he doesn't troll. I hope that he makes a good shot, and I hope it's a diamond. It's a diamond. Let's go. Let's go. Somebody in chat got a diamond today. Hopefully I can find one myself. Alright, guys. We're going to go ahead and reset time again. And I think I'm just going to keep doing this, guys. We'll try 9:30 in the morning, go through all my zones, and if there's nothing hardly there, we'll just fast forward to like 10:10. Because that worked out real well for me right then. I have a few diamond turkeys in my lodge. They all came from way back when, but like before I was a grinder, though. All my diamond turkeys was back whenever I would just turkey hunt, like for hours in the game. I guess you could say that I used to grind turkeys in a way, because that was like my favorite thing to do in this game. Was to get up real early, go to like Teowara or Silver Ridge, and I would just get up real early with a crow caller, and I'd just walk around until I got a response from a gobbler, and then I would just put out 2 decoys and just call them in and shoot them. And that's how I got most of my gobblers that were level 3. Colton, I think that it cut off your last chat. You said I've had, and that's all that came through. I don't know if you meant to add more to that, or if you were finishing a sentence there. But I'm just letting you know you only said 2 words there, and I didn't know if you meant to or not. Yeah, turkeys will troll you pretty good. I've killed several level 3s in my time that actually didn't make diamond. Not a whole lot of them. Most of them will make it, but I've had a couple. Now, Ty, I will tell you the saddest story that I have from Call of the Wild that involves turkeys. I used to actually have a gold albino turkey, and it was way back in 2017 or 2018, around the time of the game. No, I take that back. It would have been right around 2019. It would have been about 2019 whenever I shot him. It was before I was a grinder on the game, and I had a level 2 turkey that walked in that was completely white. The only thing it had on it was a red head, and I thought that it was the and I don't think light browns were common back then. So I knew it was albino, and I shot it and I saved it and taxidermized it. But what happened is that something happened with the game, which I can't really call what it was, but it caused the game to crash, and it corrupted some of my save history. And unfortunately, along with that corrupted save data was my turkey. And unfortunately, I lost that trophy along with a few other diamonds that I had also killed. This is a bad idea, but I want to have some fun. Hey, we got it. Let's go. Oh, that's rough. That's rough, Ty. I'm sorry, man. Trolls will happen, though. But yeah, that was actually probably my favorite trophy in the entire game. Honestly, back then was that albino turkey, because it is so hard to find a legitimate albino these days. And the fact that it was a gold albino, I mean, I just love that thing to death. And yeah, I lost it. I got carried away again. I was wondering. I was thinking, what's the Oklahoma? You meant Yukon. Yeah, that's rough. I'm not really a big bison hunter. I do like the animals, but I don't really like target them. I'm a very niche hunter. Like I have certain species that I really love to hunt for, and certain ones that I'll just rather let walk. I will shoot them if they're rare though. Like in one of my recent streams, I actually did have a rare bison show up, and a rare mule deer as well. And they were about 15 minutes apart from each other on one of my maps, but yeah, if I find a rare of those animals, I'll taxidermize them, or if they make diamond. But I'm not one to like hunt them, like straight up target them and grind them or anything. I have to be free roaming, and they just kind of appear in front of me. What's up, G Funk? Welcome to the chat, man. Glad to see that you was able to make it to today's stream. How are you doing today, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I haven't seen Bison Man in chat in a while, Jack. And I'm not really sure what you're meaning, but you disagreed in the past. I don't know if you guys got into a fight or an argument or something. I don't know what you're talking about. Hopefully you guys are still cool. Just grinding pheasants, G-Funk. You got anything good today? Or did you just recently start? I'm having a feeling that somewhere on my map I've gotten some level 2s that have spawned in as solos. Because I haven't been seeing the level 3s like I was saying. We had a diamond every single stream there for about 5 streams in a row a week ago. And I've only had one level 3 since. So I'm wondering if somewhere on my map I've spawned some more level 2s. I do not know where my other males are. I'm trying everything in the book on some of these zones to get both my males to come back. Oh, the animal. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they can be a mean booger to deal with sometimes. It's just like water buffalo and whatever the whatever the species of Thunder Baton is. I forget what they are for some reason. Yak. There we go. The yaks of Thunder Baton. They can be a chore to deal with. That's for sure. Where's my dog? Why is he all the way over there? I don't know why that does that. But the dog doesn't always go with you to the fast travel point. You have 3 diamonds and 1340 kills. I mean, at least you're deep into the grind. So I mean, your great ones could show up at any point now, G-Funk. I mean, to me, once you exceed 1,000 kills on certain animals, you're pretty much closing in on the great one. So yours could happen at any point. I wish you the best of luck. I hope he shows up soon. You're going to GTA. That's fine, Di. Hope you have fun. Yeah, it's rough, Colton, but it happens sometimes. I'm assuming that G-Funk's not using herd management. No. Let's see. Is the other male in there? There he is. Let's try this again. How did I miss? Yeah, I ain't gonna get them. Oh well. You gotta gamble first, and then go to a bank and get your money back. I gotcha. So you're gonna go to the casino, blow all your money, and then you're gonna go to a bank and rob your money back. Solid plan. I'll take that. Nothing here. We'll move right on. Oh, I got you, G-Funk. So you're trying to herd manage, yeah. Pheasants can be a little bit of a chore. They got quite a bit of zones on South Sweezen, if you're on South Sweezen Park. It can definitely take a little while to grind everything down to where you want it. But you have an albino? Well, I'm jealous then, because that's the only rare I don't got. I've got 3 leucistics and now 2 melanistics. Because we got a mela yesterday. All I'm lacking is an albino. But at this point, if I got the great one before I got the albino, I'd be fine. "36 kills in and nothing else since." That's rough, man. It sounds like that your map is what I consider a tough cookie. Like my Rev on Thule map is really good for diamonds and stuff apparently, but I've tried to do New England and it's just like good for diamonds. Like I know that if I was wanting to get a lot of diamonds on the whitetail grind or on the moose grind, New England, I mean my Rev on Thule would be where I would want to do my grind at. But I'm just sold on getting a great one whitetail and a great one moose on the same day from my New England because it is one of the toughest maps to grind on, and I've spent countless hours at least managing most of that map down. So, but yeah, I feel that entirely. It's nice to get some rares and stuff show up eventually. I do think that herd managing gives you a really high chance at diamonds and super rares, but I think sometimes where you're just killing the same animals over and over again and not like a huge quantity of animals, I think it can actually kind of bite you in the butt as far as rares at times. I've noticed that if you manage most of a map and then you just leave the rest of the map kind of like small animals or something like that, or at least close to the level ones, then you get a little bit more rares, is what I found along the way. But I don't know. I think it's also just the luck of the draw, too. Just depends on what RNG wants to give you. But I wouldn't be surprised if everybody in the world has a different percentage of getting great ones on certain maps than everybody else. I don't know if that's how it works, but I mean, I know that everybody's need zones are different. So it wouldn't really surprise me if also their chances of getting great ones and rares are different from everybody else's, too. I mean, it would kind of make sense as to why some people get albinos and melanistics, while other people can't even get one of them. I think that everybody has their own chances at great ones and rares. That's awesome, Ty. Yeah, it's hard to believe that I graduated 10 years ago. Or no, 11 years ago now. At least this May would make 11 years. It's insane how fast time flies, man. I never did like school, though, so I am happy to be out of there. I was never really someone who liked school. I did really well in school, I just didn't like it. Okay. Don't know where that level 1 came from over there, but... Oh, we have some pheasants back there. It's a good thing I didn't just go running head first in there. As a matter of fact, I think I have a pheasant coming in right now. That was kind of funny. Oh, I wasn't zeroed. I had the wrong zeroing on. No. And these are all females. Shoot. When is my birthday, Colton? July the 14th. My birthday is July the 14th. I'll be 30 that day. I'm currently still 29, but I will be 30 in July this year. Did I not even grab that bird? I did not. I just ran right past him. Whoopsie. I hear you, man. But yeah, you'll definitely get chances to play with me and other people in the future. We just gotta get this great one killed first. Like I said, I'm just on a mission to get him now that I'm in the thousands. So, once I get this great one to show up, we will then worry about getting a trophy lodge built and do some multiplayer hunts for a while. And then whenever I'm ready to start grinding again, I'll return to New England and start doing whitetail and moose again. Because the moose over there are about, I think they're at like 16 to 1700 kills. I'll have to look at my paper because I did write it down. But I think my moose are like 1700 kills in. And then my whitetail are like around 1800. So both great ones could appear at any point on that map right now. I just kind of abandoned it whenever the pheasant came on because I wanted something new. Didn't I shoot this guy? Oh no, I missed him, didn't I? Yeah, I think that it was the zone in the middle that I need to go to, actually. I'm getting a little bit distracted, guys, sorry. I tend to do this sometimes whenever I focus on chat, not too much on the game. I'll get distracted and I'm losing my train of thought. There they are. Yeah, they were in this zone, not the one over there. My bad. see. I don't see another male in there. What's up, Shadow? Welcome back, man. We don't have any trophies to our names just yet, guys. No diamonds, no rares today. But hopefully it'll happen before we end the stream. We still got plenty of time though. We still got 2 hours, so well, an hour and 45 minutes at least. Trading that diamond whitetail for a diamond croc. I don't really do trades too much. I like to be able to kill. I like knowing the animals that I have is something I've killed. But I mean, hey, if you guys are okay with trading, go right ahead. I don't know why I repeated trading twice there, but whatever. Hang on one second, guys. I got a text. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's go, great one. Dun 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 dun. Let's go, great one. Dun 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 dun. As I always say, it'd be awesome to get a great one pheasant and feel rich, than to not get a great one pheasant and live life as a peasant. I want to live a life pleasant, not life as peasant. You guys get me. Okay, I'm gonna quit now. Yeah, guys, if any of you guys want a diamond whitetail, Jack says he's trading for it. I'm not. I'd rather find my own animals and taxidermize my own, instead of trading for them, because for me it doesn't make it feel like it's my trophy in that way. But at the same time, if you guys want a diamond whitetail, Jack says he is open to trading you guys for it for a diamond croc, I think. Also, guys, yesterday we were talking about my biggest moose that I killed on stream. I went back on my videos, and my biggest moose was 300.6. I think it was a 6 at least. It was on a short, so it's hard to read the number, but I'm pretty sure that it was 300.60 something was my biggest moose that I've killed. Other than my great one, of course. No male respawns. Alright, I'm gonna go reset time, guys. It is 11 o'clock. G-Funk, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Jack is a PlayStation player like myself. I'm pretty sure that he's played with me during the last stream we did multiplayer. If I ain't mistaken, I believe he's a PlayStation. What's up, Cole? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to see you was able to make it today. We don't have any trophies just yet. No diamonds, no rares, but we have killed plenty of birds, and hopefully the great one will show up before too long. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Also, guys, it has been a little while, so I just want to let everybody know that if you're currently lingering or in chat and you haven't done it already, please make sure you guys hit the like button for me to help spread me around YouTube and have other people find my channel. And also subscribe if you guys are having a great time here today. Let's see. Nothing. What are you up to today, Cole? Doing anything fun? Just moose grinding? Not currently, but still. I hear you, man. Yeah, I'll be moose grinding again in the future at some point. I've got a grind I want to finish over on New England, where I'm doing a double grind for whitetail and moose. So when we get this great one, we'll take a break for a week or two and just do some multiplayer and stuff like that together, and then we'll move back to some more grinding whenever I'm ready to get back at it. I really want my two-tone spider rack moose, and I really want the double drop time buck. Those are the two great ones I want the most. Is I want the drop time whitetail, and I want the spider rack moose, and I'm hoping for a two-tone. Two-tone spider rack without it being 50-50 rack. It depends on what map that you have set up on. It also depends on your setup too, Cole. If you're noticing that your grind is very tough or very hard to do, it could be your zone. You could have zones that are tough to hunt in that you're hunting in right now, or you could be or your herd management might be off. I'm not entirely sure what your issue is, but if you have questions and want us to try to help you, I'm sure that people in chat as well as myself can try to give you some pointers if you're struggling in any way. Yes, hello to you guys too. Oh, these birds are so nice. Except for that one. That one always scares me. I don't know what animal does that noise, but where it's around wearing a headset, it always scares me. Shoot you in the butt. And then shoot you in the chest. Whoops, that's a bad shot. That's better. Which great one are you talking about, G-Funk? I have one of every great one except for the bear, pheasant, and fox. So which great one are you asking me about? If you're talking to me. If you're not talking to me, let me know. So Cole, what I would do is that I would count and see how many zones that you're doing. If you're doing 10 or less, then you need to spread out a little bit more. I would highly recommend having at least 12 to 13 zones that you're actually hunting, and then the rest of them have. Then the rest of your tents I'd use as claiming tents. If you are, let's say, not doing main menu resets and you're just noticing that you're going 2 or 3 runs in a row and doing the full day, where you do the early part of the morning as well as a run in the late part of the morning, and they're still not coming in, then I'll do a main menu reset. And sometimes, if it's getting really bad, I'll even consider restarting the game entirely. I have actually done that before. If you can't get them to come in with the tricks, sometimes you have to restart the entire game to get them to start coming back again. Although that's extremely rare. I've rarely had to do that. Okay, I don't know where this other pheasant went, but I'm going to get my shotgun out, and we're going to go over here and see if he flushes. But mine was not a 50-50 rack, G-Funk. Whenever I got my Great One Moose, it actually was the same rack on both sides, and it was the big rack. It was the typical rack spruce, is the one that I got. I believe Flinter has the same exact Great One as I have. And to be honest, I don't think I have any 50-50 racks. So if I'm not mistaken, I think all of my antlered Great Ones are all identical on both sides. And that's actually what I prefer in most cases. I'm not too big on some of the 50-50 racks. I think some of them can look kind of ugly and wacky. But other ones actually look pretty cool together. So, you know, my next Great One Moose, I'm really hoping that it's a spider rack on both sides. And I'm hoping they're both the same size. And I'd really like for it to be a two-toned if I could choose the color for it. Yeah, everybody does G-Funk, but I think there's only 1 to 2 people in the entire game that actually has that rack on the whitetail. And there's only 1 person in the entire game that legitimately got the piebald version of the whitetail Great One. So yeah, that's definitely one that anybody would want to get. Okay, so Cole, to go back to you, the tips I can give you is make sure that your tent is 260 yards away from your nearest drink zone. So your drink zone, so like for instance, this is my zone. If this right here was your moose drink zone, then you have to make sure that your tent is at least 255 to 260 yards away from where they're standing. Not necessarily right where the zone's at, so you might actually have to walk down here to the zone and see where the tracks are. And then you want to get the nearest tracks to you, and then make it 255 to 260 yards away. That'll keep any of those animals from spooking when you fast travel over there. And then whenever you're running to your tripod needs to be about 300, depending on what range you're comfortable with, of course, anywhere from about 200 to 300 yards away, and from that same zone. And then all your other zones should be a little bit further out than that, and that one tripod should help you shoot all of them if it's an open pond. If not, then you might have to have 2 or 3 zones, but the biggest tip I can give you is make sure that your tent that you're fast traveling to is at least 255 to 260 yards away from the animals, and then run about 100 yards to your tripods like you're seeing me do here. Ever since the last update where you can no longer put things on top of drink zones to keep them from spawning in, that's pretty much the only way you can really hunt without spooking animals now. Yeah, so okay, Cole. So I've figured out your issue. So your issue is that you are hunting too few zones. Where you only have 9 zones that you're hunting in, though that's not giving your zones enough time to respawn in between your runs. So you want to actually try to find at least 3 to 4 more zones to actually hunt. And then at that point, that'll spread out your morning, where it'll take you more time to do your zones, and therefore it gives the game more time to give your respawns in. So I would extend it from 9 zones to at least 12 to 13, and then use your other tents as flaming tents. and then see how that works for you. And then also the advice I gave you about the tent setup, I would follow that as well. That should fix your issue, or at least make it better. Hello back there. Goodbye. So you want to have about 12 zones set up. So like, for instance, this is my map again. So like, let's say that you only had these zones right here that you were hunting in. And what I'm saying is that you want to expand, like sort of like how I have all these. So I'm allowed 16 tents on the map, and I'm usually hunting at least 14 zones. So whenever I am doing a Great One grind, I like to have at least 12 to 14 zones that I'm actually jumping between and actually hunting from. So I would extend it to at least 12 to 14 different spots that you're actually hunting for the Great One in, and then use your other and then use your leftover tents as grinding as on a claiming tent. And of course, if you're wanting to do herd management, find other zones in the maps that you don't want to grind in, and just keep shooting them until they become level 1s. Did I seriously get distracted again? I did. I got distracted and didn't even get my four-wheeler. And Cole, I know it's a live stream, but if you need to rewind and listen to my advice again, you're more than welcome to. You can just grab you just tap on the video, and where the red line is, you can actually with your fingers slide the video back if you don't know how to do that. So I'm pretty sure you know how, but if you don't, that's how you can rewind. And if you need to listen to my thoughts again. But if you have any other questions, please let me know. I don't mind to answer them and try to help you out. And if I'm missing anything, Chad, as well, that you guys want to comment on, please make sure that you help them in your ways, too. If there's any advice that I'm not giving that you think could help them or anybody else, just go ahead and give your 2 cents as well. Any type of help is always a help. Yeah, no problem, Cole. But even back then, I was always about 255 yards out from my animals. Because if you're on a slope, that can actually decrease your chances. So I had a 10 at one point that was 250 yards away from the animals, and they were still spooking. And it turns out that it was because it was on the side of a hill. If you're on the side of a hill, somehow it actually makes it to where your spook range is actually shorter. So I always make sure that my zones are at least 255 out now. And then I'll just run to my tripods or my tree stands. It is a little bit more work doing it that way, but at least that way you know you're not going to spook anything. Yeah, it's not a problem at all, man. Yeah, my favorite way of grinding on the game was back before the latest update with it whenever it came to the tents. Because you could literally have 2 zones that were side by side, and you could put tents on top of the 2 zones. You could go to one of the zones, and it would keep that zone from spawning in, and you could shoot the other one. And then fast travel over to the second zone, and then look back where you just came from, and that zone would actually be in now. And it made it so much easier to grind. But the video game developers thought that made things too easy, so they decided to get rid of that. Really? Oh, we got him. Last shot counted. Oh, we got that pheasant. My last shot him out of the air. Let's go. I'm going to put a marker over there on him so I remember to go back and track him. Oh, that was lucky, guys. Yeah, very true, Colton. Or not Colton, but Cole. Yeah, back then it was a lot simpler to do grinds because you could just hunt multiple zones and just keep zones from spawning in. Again, it didn't really destroy grinding in my opinion, but it just made it to where it wasn't as user friendly. Like it was definitely a quality of life thing that got interrupted. But I mean, I guess I can understand the game developers though. They wanted it to be a little bit more challenging. I guess a little bit more realistic. So they decided to do that, and they also decided to make it to where you had to be further away from the zones now, but before you could without animal spooking. Hang on one second, guys. I'm getting a phone call. All right, guys, I am back. I am sorry about that. My mom was calling and just wanting to check in on me. And now my dog is laying her head on my lap, and I guess she's wanting attention. All right, Cole, I appreciate you for being here, man. Had fun having you here. Yes, Ty, I'm still here. Like I said, I just had to answer a phone call real quick. It was my mother wanting to check in on me. My dog is sitting here with her head on my knee, want me to let her up here, but she hasn't had a bath and she's not allowed on the couch like that. Well, it's right here next to me. There we go. Whoop. Ooh, I had to make that shot quick. Cool. We had both males here that time. Oh, it's right here. Pheasant. Show yourself, Pheasant. I am more than ready to kill you. There we go. Don't see another male here. I used to have 2 males here every single time, and now I only got 1. I don't know what's up with that. Trying to shoot some females to see if I can get the other male to come back, but he ain't returning. You found a diamond elk, Silver Ridge. That's awesome. I don't know if I have a diamond elk, and they're my favorite North American animal. Again, they don't have a great one, so that's the reason why I haven't been hunting them. But I would love to have a diamond elk. PS4 and PS5 can play together, guys. As long as it's just a PlayStation, you guys can play together. Just one person, I think, runs at 60 frames a second, while the other person runs at a smooth 30. I think that's like literally the only difference. Is that PlayStation 5 gets a very slight graphics upgrade and it can run at 60 frames a second. Unless they fix that. I don't know if they fixed it or not, but that's what it used to be. Excuse you, little fox. Little foxy mama. Nope. There we go. Here's a diamond. Let's go. Another diamond killed. Congratulations, man. Glad you got another diamond. I think you killed one earlier, didn't you? Or was it somebody else in chat? I can't remember. I wish I'd have a diamond pheasant that would show up. That'd be nice, or another rare. I really do think that somewhere on my map I've gotten a couple more solos that have appeared. And they're level 2s, because I was getting diamonds quite frequently, and now I'm getting them not even as many times as I used to. But I'll figure that out off stream. It's a female. Don't got no males here right now. We'll just move right along. Nice. I think I have 10 diamond pheasants, if I'm not mistaken. 9 or 10 of them from this grind. And then I've got 5 rares. I have 3 leucistics and 2 melanistics. Still no albino, though. That's the one rare I'm missing. Now, how did you spook? Yeah, whatever. We'll just take the one. Did I still not got my other mail back? I don't know what's going on here. I used to have 2 males at this zone. Now I'm only getting 1. That's not bad, Ty. Yeah, I don't hunt for those necessarily. Like I said, I'm a very niche hunter. I have certain animals I like hunting for and certain animals I don't. Hi. But that's not necessarily an animal that I'm too interested in hunting for, so. I don't think I'll be raccoon dog hunting much, but that's still a pretty good trophy, though. Usually the only time that I'll shoot something that's not a niche animal is if it's a rare or a diamond. Ashley in chat, how's it going with you? It's going good my end. We don't got no trophies today just yet. No diamonds, no rares, but we're having some good, but we're killing a few birds. Hoping the great one shows up soon. How are you doing? Yeah, I hear you, Ashley. I hear that entirely. Golly, Ashley, that's horrible. I don't know where I'm at. I've just quit counting, to be honest. I'm just going to shoot until I finally get the great one to appear, because there was like 4 or 5 live streams in the past where I forgot to count my pheasant grind, and that's the reason why I'm really not sure where I'm at, so I've decided just not to count. I know that I'm really close to, oh, there's a dead bird out there. I have to go get that. I know that I'm really close to 3,000, but that's about the best I know. So, hopefully we'll both get our great one soon. Guys, the way that you start I see that you guys are trying to start a game. So whoever's wanting to be the host of their map, you have to go to multiplayer, and then from there you select the map that you currently own and that you guys are wanting to play with. You set how many people you want in there. So if you just want to be you two, then you just want to put friends, and then you want to put 2 people, and then from there you just hit create game, and then all you got to do is open the map once it launches and click square, and you should be able to invite your friends. And that's how you guys create a multiplayer map. You guys are going to Medved, maybe? That's awesome. I haven't played Medved in forever, but I love hunting the reindeer on that map. Reindeer and moose is what I usually target whenever I go there. Every so often I'll shoot a musk deer if I feel like it, but I just kind of shoot. I pretty much like everything on that map, so I just kind of shoot a little bit of everything when I'm on there. What's up, Hudson? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. We're currently right around 3,000 kills on the Great One grind, hoping that he appears soon. Make yourself at home and chat. Talk about whatever you like to talk about. Just make sure that it's family friendly. And if you like Call of the Wild content and playthroughs, we do both on this channel. So 80% of my stuff is Call of the Wild, and then about 20% is playthroughs that I do on the side. And we have plenty of educated people in chat. If you have any questions about Call of the Wild, I myself have over $3 million, one of every great one, and I'm over 2,700 hours in the game. Well, actually, I guess now it'd be 2,800. But if you have any questions concerning Call of the Wild, we can definitely try to help you. But you do not have to talk about that. You can talk about whatever you like. Yeah, me too, Ashley. It's getting a little bit long, I ain't gonna lie. I'm really ready for this great one to show up so that way I can do more multiplayer stuff with everybody. I'm wanting to be able to get my lodge built, and then once I get the lodge built, I am then going to try to make a second lodge for anything left over. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a North American lodge, and since all of my trophies pretty much have came from grinding, I think what I'm going to do is make that like my North American lodge is going to be for like the great ones and stuff like that for my grinds. And I think that I'm going to make a multiplayer lodge, which is basically going to be the best trophies I've gotten from multiplayer hunts. Is what I'm thinking about do. So I'll have a Red Deer Lodge, I'll have the North American Lodge, and then I'll have a multiplayer lodge. And then later on, if there's a great one in a European continent or African continent that I'm chasing, I'll then make a dedicated lodge for it. But I think that's what I'm going to do. My Red Deer Lodge will just be the Tail Roar Lodge, pretty much. Because I don't know if I'll do fallow deer or red deer again. I might return to fallow, but I really don't know. Yeah, about 400 kills on fallow. That's just a little bit about me. Yeah, that's all right, man. Like I said, everybody has to start somewhere. If you need any questions about how to set up grinds, or you have any questions about your grind or anything, feel free to ask. Like I said, there's plenty of people in chat that can help you, and I'll try to help you too. And again, for anybody who, and I haven't done this in a while, so it's not just for you, but for anybody who's in chat who might be lingering or having a good time, please make sure you guys hit the like button for me to spread this stream around YouTube and help other people find my channel. And also subscribe if you guys are having a good time here today. And if you want a chance to hunt with me, also subscribe and turn on notifications, because once we get this great one, I'm going to be doing more multiplayer stuff where you guys can actually hunt with me. So, just giving the lowdown. I just need this great one to spawn. These birds are fun to shoot, but I'm getting tired of seeing them. I want something with antlers. I'm ready to get back to some headgear animals. I don't see another one. I'm going to get my shotgun out just in case, but I think that one was alone. Yeah, I don't see another male, so I think he was just a loner. Guys, we got an hour and 5 minutes, so hopefully we'll be able to get that great one to spawn in time. Like I said, if we get the great one, like within the next 30 minutes, then I will be opening up my map and letting you guys come and be part of the picture after I kill it. But if it's about 15 minutes or less before the stream ends, we'll have to save it for my next week. Or if I can sweet talk my wife into letting me do a short stream this weekend, I might be able to try to see if I can do like maybe a 30-minute to an hour stream, just so we can get in there and get the great one killed. But we'll figure it out. Okay, so there's no males here. Ashley or anybody else in chat, did you guys get to see the melanistic yesterday? I don't know how many people were in chat whenever I got that bird, but if you guys haven't seen it already, I did put the short out for you guys, so that way you can see the melanistic that we got yesterday. Like I said, for anybody who isn't able to make it to my streams, any diamonds or since I'm not doing like complete herd management and getting diamonds left and right, anytime that I get diamonds or rares, I will be putting it out as a short. Maybe not every diamond, but at least ones that I think are pretty cool. Or had something interesting about it. Alright guys, I'm going to fast forward time about 15 minutes here. So that way we don't have the main menu. We'll go ahead and... Oh, it's going to be raining on us. That's a rarity. Yeah, I hear you, Ashley. I hear you. I love getting the diamonds and I love getting rares along the way, but any grind, especially ones that last long periods of time, they get long after a while. If you get what I'm saying, they're still fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's always fun to do a great one grind and in hopes for trophies and stuff. But after a long time, it does get a little bit tedious. Empty fields. I do not like the empty fields. What was that? Okay, so we got some pheasants way out there. That's good. It means I can run to my next tripod without spooking anything. Nope, too low. Or too high, rather. How am I missing that shot? Please land. I ain't gonna try it. I don't want to spook those birds out there. We'll just take 1 for 2 out of this zone. Close the gap a little bit and try after these other birds. Also, guys, I wanted to give you guys an update for anybody. I know that they haven't been doing too good on my channel, but for anybody who is interested in my Final Fantasy playthroughs, if you guys haven't noticed, I am kind of taking a little bit of a break from it. I'm getting a little bit burnt out, so I've been just trying to pace myself with that game lately. There will be more episodes releasing soon, but as of right now, I'm currently just kind of just chilling and just playing some Call of the Wild for a little bit. But Chapter 11 is being worked on, and it'll be out probably next week at some point. I'm going to try to record more of it this weekend. Also, guys, I've noticed on there it's saying that my average view time is like only a few seconds at a time, or like a minute or two. If any of you guys have certain reasons as to something that isn't like keeping your attention on my playthroughs, or you just think that something's boring or that something could be improved, please let me know in the comments down below those playthroughs. I'm more than welcome to try new things if you guys think that it'd make it more enjoyable to watch. Guys, playthroughs are my second dream, and that's the reason why I'm doing them both on one channel. So anything I can do to improve those, let me know below those videos as well. So far, The Last of Us Part 2 is still my best playthrough, and it's honestly the one I'm never going to redo because I like watching it myself because it was so good. And then The Last of Us Part 1 was pretty good as well, but all the other ones have kind of been mid or didn't do well at all. So if you guys do have any feedback for me, please let me know. Oh, that's awesome, Ashley. Yeah. I don't really have like I have favorite games, but I don't have like a favorite game. But yeah, so the Spider-Man series, the Batman series, the early Assassin's Creeds, like from Assassin's Creed 2 all the way through Origins, and then God of War and Horizon. I mean, a lot of the PlayStation exclusives are some of my favorite in the world. But yeah, I try my best to do good playthroughs on my channel. They're voiceless, so that way it's mostly like a movie. And I try to get my playthroughs to where you're joining me for a majority of the experience, but not every single step of the way. I like to try to edit it down so that way it all fits within an hour or so. But I have been doing playthroughs since VHS tape times. I used to make playthroughs on a little VHS tape, and that's what got me loving doing it. And that's how this gaming channel started, was actually with playthroughs. And then I decided to go to Call of the Wild, and that's where most of my successes came from. Which is honestly, it's my favorite thing to do on here is Call of the Wild stuff, but again, I still have a passion for making playthroughs. So, I think I collected everything, but I'm going to let my dog smell one more time and just make sure. Yeah, I think I got them all. Alright, good. God of War is really, really good. I would highly recommend the newer ones, though. I did play God of War 3 for a time, and it had great combat in it, but there was some mature stuff in that game that I wasn't too fond of, so I don't really play it anymore. But God of War 2018 and 2019 are pretty much clean, other than some instances of language and gore. And well, I think it's about mid gore. It's not really like heavy gore, and it's a really good storyline. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it to anybody. It's some of the best combat in the world and some of the best storytelling. But yeah, God of War 2018 and then God of War Ragnarok are two of the best games of all time, in my opinion, along with all the other ones I listed. But Spider-Man has been my favorite hero since I was a little kid, so those were like the first playthroughs I did on my channel. And if you guys haven't noticed, if you go back and look at my Spider-Man playthroughs, the first one at least, I actually didn't know how to make thumbnails properly, and you can tell that it's not HD on my thumbnails. So it's kind of cool to see how I've grown over time. I like going back and looking at my thumbnails from whenever I was first doing playthroughs on here, and also looking at my editing, and just realizing about how much better editing and making things flow I've gotten at. Because I'm sorry for getting tongue-tied, guys. I'm trying to find out a way to word that, but hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. If you guys haven't checked out any of my playthroughs, I would encourage you guys to at least give it a try. I try my best to make them as enjoyable as I can, and I try to make them into like a movie over top of video games. Or over top of gameplay rather. But I still feature every single key time in the game and most of the gameplay. So I just try my best to edit it down some so that way it's not every single step of the way. Can I please have my other pheasant show up at this zone again? Every time I come here, I'm only seeing one male pheasant. And I used to have two here every single time I came. So I don't know if I need the main menu reset or what's going on, but I just cannot for the life of me get my second pheasant show back up. And same thing with the first area that I go. I have a field, and for the first area, it doesn't want to show up there either. I don't know what's going on. Well, Jack, the thing about it is that I have a passion for the games that I put on my channel, and I know they're older, and I know that's the reason as to why most people don't watch them is because people's already seen everything it can offer. I think Final Fantasy Rebirth is the newest game on my channel that I've played. And I completely retold the story of The Last of Us Part 2, and that's the reason why it was so successful, because I told a new version of the story that made it chronological order, rather than the order the game was originally supposed to be played in, and everybody really enjoyed that. So, and that's the reason why it's my favorite playthrough, too, is it's completely my idea. I basically just took the game and told it in a chronological manner, and a lot of people really enjoyed it. I would like to go back and re-edit a couple of the parts in there and put one of the flashbacks in a different part of the story and stuff. Now that I know how to do that, but honestly, the gameplay for the majority of that game was just so good, and the way that I made that story flow, it's one of those playthroughs where I'm just afraid to redo it again in the future. I do need to practice Spider-Man 2 again though, and I need to go and fix the last two episodes for my playthrough of Spider-Man 2 because there was some really bad editing in there that I overlooked, and yeah, I need to fix that. So at some point in the future, when I get back in the Spider-Man mood, I will be going back and redoing the last two episodes of that playthrough. But everything else about that playthrough was good, though. Do I have a Discord? I do have a Discord, but it's just a personal one, and like it's not meant for my gaming channel yet. So I do not want anybody like trying to invite me to be their friends or anything on there. I'm only using it for newsletters through Call of the Wild and Marvel Rivals. But if we do get over 500 subscribers, I am going to try my best to learn how to turn it into my actual gaming channel on the Discord. So that way, if I ever want to do collaborations or anything like that, I'll have a Discord up and running for my channel. Right now, I just don't feel like my channel's big enough to be able to have a Discord at the moment. I would like to at least have 500 to 1,000 people before I do that. What's up, Colton? Welcome back, man. I didn't even know you left. Or if you did tell me, I forgot. But it's good to have you back, man. Still no trophies yet, buddy. Just in case you're wondering. No diamonds, no rares. A lot of birds, though. I'm hoping we get at least one trophy today, though, guys. It doesn't look like it just yet, but yesterday we got our trophies really early in the stream, so I'm kind of hoping maybe a last minute thing we'll get some sort of trophy to take back to the lodge with us. Whether it's a diamond or a rare, it really won't bother me. I just want to be able to have something to take back. Also, guys, do not forget, here's a big announcement for you guys, and I'm going to put it out in the post next week. But next Saturday, we are having another long stream where we're going to do nothing but multiplayer. I'm going to be reopening at least 1 or 2 of my maps, and we are going to have multiplayer stream again next Saturday. So throughout the week next week, we're going to focus on the Great One, and whether we get him or not, we're going to have a multiplayer stream next Saturday, and it's going to be about 6 to 8 hours, depending on what kind of free time I have that day. At least that's my plan. But I will put a post up about halfway through next week to remind you guys about that stream. We are planning on having another Saturday stream next week, because that would make about 2 weeks since we did the last one. And I would like to have a multiplayer stream for at least every 2 to 3 weeks with you guys. Until we get the Great One. Once we get the Great One, we'll have more of them. Because I really enjoyed it with you. I really enjoyed that last time we did it. Alright guys, it's been all day thing, but I think I'm going to go ahead, just because it's been a while, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a main menu reset. Because I haven't done a main menu all day. Whoops. Man, I'm messing up the time. Hang on. I'm going to have to do one anyways, because I'm just completely screwing this up. Hang on. There. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do a main menu. I probably jostled up the game there anyways. But we've been grinding now for about 2 hours. So, without doing a main menu reset. So, just because of that reason alone, I'm going to go ahead and do one. Yeah, guys, we got about 20 minutes to find the Great One and still be able to get him today and have you guys come and take the thumbnail with me. If we get to 30, but to about 40 after, then we'll have to save him for our next stream, or until I can find time to let you to take him out. If you guys would rather me go ahead and shoot him, I will. We might have to put a poll out actually. Do I have another leucistic? Don't tell me this is 4 leucistics. Are you serious? Is that a leucistic or is that just a... Guys, we got another leucistic. 4 leucistics and 2 melas. What in the world? And this one has a very low chance, but it could make diamonds, so we're gonna go after him, but my goodness. Guys, the rare luck. I tell you what, the rare luck. What's up, Michael? Welcome, man. You're joining just in time. See, I told you. Michael joins the stream, guys. Somebody who gets rares all the time, and I get a rare. See, all you have to do, Michael, is be here, and I'll get rares. What's going on, man? Honestly, if this is my first super rare of all time, guys, I'm going to be stoked. If this makes a super rare, it's a very low chance. It is a very, very low chance. Because 21 is his maximum score, and he has to exceed 20. But he is a rare. And if he makes diamond, this is going to be my first ever super rare in 2,800 hours. And it's going to be very unexpected because I always thought it would be an antlered animal. Yeah, Michael's always been a kind of a good luck charm. Usually whenever he's in my streams, I usually find a rare. And Michael finds a lot of rares himself, so I don't know. That's like I told him yesterday. If he jumped into the stream, I'd probably find something special. And he comes into the stream, and then there's a leucistic. And not just a leucistic, but a big leucistic. So, thank you, Michael. I appreciate your luck, buddy. Also, how you doing today, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, they should top the estimate, Michael. Most rares do. But what really matters, though, guys, is this. My shotgun aim is what's going to matter here, because I am not the best at wing shooting. I'm having to get into close range because that's what I'm best at. I'm having to keep him in my sights. Okay, guys. Please don't troll. Here we go. No, I shot under him. We got him. We hit him once, guys. That should kill him. He ain't dead yet, though. But we are definitely tracking that guy. I hear you, Michael. Michael, I don't think I asked you, but if you want to disclose what you do, what do you do? What did you get hired to do? I meant to ask you that the other day. Again, if it's personal, you don't want to tell me, I'll understand. But I meant to ask you the other day, what did you get hired for? Buddy, guys, I'm hoping so. Like I said, I don't mean to be a skepticism here. It's just after 2,800 after 2,800 kills and no super rare to my name, not even seeing a super rare, and the fact that this is not a level 3. You guys can see what I'm saying. If it had 22 as its top estimate, I'd be a little bit more convinced. But I'm not trying to say it's not going to make it. I really hope it does. Okay, he did die, guys. We did get him. We just got to find him now. Oh, that's awesome, Michael. Yeah, my cousin does something like that. Yeah, one of my cousins does that kind of work. He's like a handyman, but on a farm. Alright, before I pick him up, guys, I'm going to feed my dog. Alright, guys, here we go. My heart is racing right now. Is this my first ever super rare in 2,800 hours? Please let it be. No, it's a troll! It's a bad troll at 1788, guys. Oh, he was the bottom of the estimate. We're still taxing him, but golly, that's a heartbreaking troll. Oh. Oh, that's rough. Let me make sure I got the right clip here. Yeah, okay, I did. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, guys, like I said, that right there is the reason why I didn't get my hopes too high. Most level 2s, if they're a pheasant, I have noticed, they will not make diamond 9 out of 10 times unless the top estimate is 22. If the top estimate shows 22, you have the highest chance at making diamond at a level 2 that way. I have 3 diamonds that were level 2s, I think. And they all had the 22 as the top estimate. But that is rough, guys. I mean, hey, we got a trophy for the day, though, so, I mean, let's go. I mean, I'm still happy. That makes 4 leucistics and 2 mellas. So, I mean, I'm still happy. But that's how my lucks went, guys. I've had animals that were just like that, where they were level 2s and rares and trolled me. But I've never once had a diamond scoring animal that was also rare. So I didn't want to get my hopes up too high. But all we can do, guys, is just keep hunting. Yeah, true, Ashley, true. Guys, you have no idea how bad my heart was racing right there. I thought I finally accomplished something that I would never be able to accomplish. Golly. 2,800 hours, guys, and not a single super rare, and I've been grinding with herd management. For people who has all these super rares and stuff and been grinding with herd management, you guys can see what I'm talking about. I've had good luck with rares, and I've had very good luck with great ones. But this is the first great one that's actually taken me a long time to get. But as far as super rares, I've got none in almost 3,000 hours of gaming on this game. And that is the most heartbreaking thing for me. Again, I know I'll get one eventually. I'm just hoping it's sooner than later. No, Michael, it was at the beginning, though. If you were here at the very start of the stream, Michael, I was terrible. Like, the first 3 or 4 shots I popped off was just terrible aim. But once I got locked in, I've been locked in ever since. So, it's kind of this way in shooter games with me, too. I'm either going to be locked in or I'm not. And if I'm not locked in, I'm going to be terrible the whole day. Okay, this guy's, like, really close. There we go. Oh, that's rough, Michael. You messed it up. That's rough. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, botching an animal is not as heartbreaking as just simply not getting one, because you still get the animal and you know that it scored diamond. So, in my opinion, a super rare is never messed up as long as you get the animal. You might not get the diamond, you might not get the medal with it, of course, but in my opinion, you still got the animal in there, and you still succeeded in getting that great one, a super rare. So I don't really care as much about the medal as just getting the animal itself. But the medal is nice. Now let's go figure out where these birds died at. Okay, so here's this one that was up here on the hill. The other one should be like down here somewhere, because he was like closer to me. I don't know. And my dog, of course, is going to be stuck all the way over there. I don't know what it is about this zone, but my dog, he always gets stuck in the trees. Let's see, where am I? I need to go. I need to go this way. Let's see. I mean, I should be right on top of him. Let me run this way. Maybe that was him. Yeah, that was him. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, I'll sure get one sometimes. Just takes so long. Yeah, I know, Ashley. Like I said, I've done some really serious herd managing in the past, but the closest I've ever gotten to diamond was a very high scoring gold that was a rare. I've never once had like a legendary animal or a level 3 animal that was a rare color. It's always been level 2s or the gold level of the animal with a rare color. And they always had chances at making diamond, but I've never had like a guaranteed diamond. So my luck with super rares is just really bad. Again, though, I am hoping that will change in time. I'm hoping that once I break that bad luck streak, I'll just start getting them. That's not going to be a good shot. That one will be, though. Very true, Ashley, yeah. I had initial spawn diamonds, and I've had initial spawn rares, but again, the game just does not want to seem to give me a super rare. It wants to give me great ones, and it wants to give me rares and diamonds, but super rares have just been evading me forever. I was really wanting my first super rare to be a red deer, but unfortunately I never got one. Please land. Alright, 1 for 2 on that one. Alright, Ty, I appreciate you for being here, man. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already, and I hope you have a great day. We'll be streaming for about another 30 minutes if you're able to make it back, but if not, we'll be back next week for another stream at some point. But I appreciate you stopping by today, and I believe you subscribed, but if you haven't, make sure you do that as well, so that way you can participate in our next streams. All that good and fantastic things. Oh, yours was an initial spawn super rare, Colton. Dang. Dude, if I could get an initial spawn, like where I could get a super rare to appear without me having to work for it after all this time, I would literally feel like the game was rewarding me. Like when you have so many thousands of hours in the game and you have a certain trophy that you just never have been able to get, and then I mean I can only imagine it, but yeah, to me it'd feel like it's a gift if I got it as an initial spawn. I don't know if you guys have been watching Chopper's channel, but he just got a super rare on his channel. He got an albino whitetail, and he took it out on stream last night. Yeah, true, true. All I can do is be a little bit envious and just keep my fingers crossed. Because guys, I always flip out whenever I see really cool diamonds and rares and obviously the great one. But I'm telling you, on the day that I get my first super rare and know it's going to make diamond, you guys will never hear me freak out like that ever again. Well, unless I get another one. That is the one trophy in almost 3,000 hours that I've been wanting the most. Is a super rare of any kind. I'd like it to be an antlered animal if possible, but honestly at this point I'll take whatever I can get. I mean, a pheasant would be like the least animal I would want it for, but I would be the most happy. But I'd still be happy with a pheasant. Like I said, I'm really hoping my first super rare is going to be a moose or a whitetail, or anything with antlers, really. Albino alligator. I have a piebald. I think I have a melanistic alligator and I have a piebald alligator because I hunted gators quite often whenever they came out of Mississippi. Yeah, actually, like I said, it's tough going trying to get a super rare. I mean, they wouldn't call it super rares for nothing. Um, but guys, I don't know about you, but I've been trying to start a movement on Call the Wild, and I understand if nobody wants to go with it because it's just been around for so many years already. But I've always wanted to change the titles for super rares, and I've been wanting to call gold rares super rares, and then if you get a diamond rare, it's an ultra rare. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's kind of the terms that I've been calling it for all these years because it kind of gives those two as their own identity. But let me know in the chat below. What do you guys think about that? Do you think gold rares should be called super rares and then diamond rares should be called ultra rares, or do you guys just like there only being one version of a super rare and then that's just it? Yeah, it would be cool, G-Funk. It'd be awesome. It really is, actually. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like do a really harsh herd management whenever it came to this map, is just simply because the solos are so hard to manage down. I basically just went around the entire map and found all the zones, and any level 1s I just left, and then level 2s, if they were in an easy zone to hunt them in, I would just grind those down. But if it was in a complicated zone, like where I could only find them in the woods or something, I just left them. I didn't care if they were a 2 or a 1. I just didn't hunt for anything if it was in a complicated zone. My friend had said initial spawn super troll pig. Pig. That's funny. I wouldn't really want a pig super rare, but that'd be kind of cool though. I mean, any super rare is awesome. And nobody responded to my motion to move a super rare to ultra rare and then move gold rares to super rares, but I'll take that as everybody likes it the way it is. Again, though, I would think it'd be kind of cool though to make things feel a little bit more special if the super rares were gold rares, so that people would feel like their gold rare was a little bit more special than just a gold rare. And then oh guys, we got a diamond. Guaranteed diamond, let's go. Loose cystic and a diamond today. Let's go, guys. Woo! Guys, we're going home with 2 trophies today. We got a level 3 guaranteed diamond, pretty much, and then we also got that got that leucistic. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's kind of a split motion. I totally get that that for people who don't want it to change, it would still make great sense. It's just for me, for like newcomers to the game, it would kind of just make gold rares feel a little bit more special if they got the moniker super rare. And then diamonds would obviously be called the ultra rares. And then if they had a rare color, of course. And then the great one is always just going to be called the great one. Again, that is just my outlook on it, but I get Ashley's point of view towards it too. I mean, like I said, it still works either way. It's just ever since before I knew like the terminology for super rares and stuff, I never understood why they didn't give gold rares an actual name, because those are rare in themselves as it is. They're not as rare, obviously, as diamond rares, but I mean, to get a gold rare is still pretty cool. I don't know where this diamond is. Where is he? Take off. Well, we got him at least. Not the best shooting in the world, but I think that I got him good enough to kill him. Guys, if we got this bird, we got a diamond and a leucistic to go home with today. Now, guys, for my channels and my purposes, do you guys want to see shorts on all the diamonds I kill too, or do you guys just want to see like the rares and the great one whenever I get him? Like, what are you guys interested in when it comes to shorts for my channel? Let's see, is he gonna make it? I'm pretty sure he will. Diamond pheasant, let's go. I would have loved that to be on my leucistic, but I'll take it. I will take that. Diamond and leucistic, let's go. Yeah, guys, let me know in the chat. Do you guys want to see shorts for all the diamonds I kill too, or do you guys just want to see the rares and super rares and great ones? Like, I know I herd manage, and obviously I wouldn't do it on like a herd managed grind where I know that I'm gonna get diamonds every 20 kills or something like that. But like on grinds like this where diamonds just kind of come and go, do you guys want to see shorts on them, or would you guys rather me just stick with the rares and the great ones? That's a good point, Michael. Hang on a second, guys. I'll make sure that I got the right clip. I did. Okay. I believe I did, anyways. Yeah, I did. Okay, I got it. Hello? Okay, now I can move. Well, we'll see then, guys. Since I'm not getting diamonds left and right on this grind, I might do that. I might turn this into like a minute short, where I'll show both the leucistic and the diamond. There you are. I don't know how that missed. I really don't know how that missed. Is your brother in there? How am I... What in the world, guys? No wonder. Somehow my zeroing got reset. It must be where I had the shotgun and then fast travel, but for some weird reason I was shooting at 50 yards instead of 164. I don't know how that happened right there, but oh well. We'll come back to those later, I guess. Alright, guys, so yeah, if I get anything that I get to go back to the trophy lodge with me, I'll put it as a short then. And I might do that for future grinds as well. Just depends. I kind of wish that I would have made a short on that one whitetail we killed a few streams ago. But there's no way I could turn it into a short now. But that big 270 whitetail that I got while we were doing that stream on Revel to the Coast. I do kind of wish that I would have clipped that and turned that into a short, because that was a brute of a whitetail. Well, guys, that makes 10 diamonds, and now 6 rares. So that's a pretty good grind overall, and about 3,000 kills. That ain't too bad. And then here lately, my herd management's been popping off, at least pretty decently. So that means that we've got 3 leucistics, 2 melas. No, is it 4 leucistics now? I can't remember. I think it's 4. I think we got 4 leucistics and 2 melanistics. I still need an albino, though. As far as other rare birds, we still need an albino. Don't know what those 2 guys are doing on top of the hill, but at least my shots counted. Now, guys, like I said, whenever I do get this great one, I will be putting a post on my channel letting you all know when I'm going to be taking it out. So that way, if you guys want to join me whenever I open up this map in multiplayer to take the screenshot for the video with me, you will be able to. And then after we complete the Great One grind, we will then move on to doing more multiplayer stuff and also building my trophy lodge. So my channel will open up to more stuff once we get this Great One killed. Where are my double males? This is not making any sense. I have 2 zones right now that always had 2 males in it. And neither one of them will get their second male back. And I've been shooting the females out. Well, actually, no, never mind. This one actually had the leucistic in it last time. Never mind. This one was the zone that had the leucistic in it, so this would be the only bird that was that I left alone. And of course, I'm gonna hit the hilltop. There we go. But yeah, guys, I'm happy with today's stream, but honestly, I got a little bit gutted whenever I saw that level 3 because we had just killed that leucistic. And it's like, why couldn't that diamond be the leucistic one? To have a diamond and a leucistic on the map, I would have rather leucistic been a diamond and that one just been a normal bird. But that's RNG for you. You never know what you're going to find. What are those birds doing here? I mean, I guess it would be having to do with the time of day. Let me go back to the last tent, guys, and we'll reset time. It's probably going to be the last time reset of the stream today. We got exactly about 30 minutes left in the stream. So if the great one shows up in the next 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and take him out and invite you guys to my map. But if he doesn't show up to it until towards the end of the stream, we'll have to just settle for him another time. And I'll put a poll out on the channel and let you guys vote on whether you want me to take him out and put him in a video, or if you guys want me to wait till we can have another stream. Alright, Michael. I appreciate your feedback on that, man. Like I said, I'll put a poll up on the channel, though. But I haven't really had any time to grind off stream. And whenever I am grinding off stream, I usually leave my mic muted where I'm doing the playthrough of Final Fantasies, and I don't want my voice being caught. But we'll see. If I get in a grinding mood or something over the weekend, I'll try to grind more. But I just like you guys being here with me, that's the thing. That's actually the reason why I don't really grind off stream, is because to me, I get kind of bored quickly if I'm doing it by myself. Where you guys are here on stream with me, it keeps it a lot more entertaining for me and keeps me going. By myself, usually I can only grind for about an hour or two before I get in the mood for something different. Nothing in the middle zone, but we did have some birds way out there at the far zone. Make sure there's nothing in that zone. What I'm really hoping for is that I'm hoping that if they release a snow map this winter, which is what it looks like it's going to be, is another snow map. I'm really hoping that that a great one caribou or a great one reindeer is going to come with it. or something along those lines of a antlered animal that lives in that region. I really like to see another antlered great one come to the game. No, please land. Thank you so much. Oh goodness, he landed for me. Let's go. Oh, that was lucky. Yeah, I'm really hoping that they make that a thing, guys. Like, I think that'd be so cool if every time we got a new map, we get a new great one. Like, I understand that'd be a lot of work, but I really like that. Like, if we got a new great one with every launch of a new map, I think that'd be so cool. Or maybe a new great one every 6 months or something. Because the game has been out since 2017, and in my opinion, I understand it takes a long time to make a great one, but I would really like to start seeing them like really crack down on great ones. I would like to just see the game just maybe do maybe two maps a year, and maybe 2 to 3 great ones a year. I would love that. Because it'd be so cool if at some point in the future every single animal in this game had a great one. So that way, if you're free roaming or anything, and you're just wanting to shoot all the animals in the world, you'll still have a chance at coming across a great one while you're just free roaming. Because the more great ones there are, the more chances that great ones appearing there will be. So that's what I'm kind of hoping happens. Hello. Land. Please land like the other one did. Oh, we got him. We got both of them. Let's go. Shot the second one out of the air. But yeah, Michael, I appreciate you coming into the stream today, man. As soon as you come in here, we get that leucistic and then also that diamond. That was pretty cool. I've done that a couple times in the past before I was a YouTuber, where I would join somebody else's stream and they'd immediately get like a great one or something when I came in. It wasn't always something, but it's kind of cool whenever that happens, though. But it seems to happen anytime Michael joins my stream. There's always seems to be some sort of rare or something that pops up. At least that's how it worked last year. That guy was 16 even. Didn't even have any decimals. That was interesting. Let me refresh my stream, guys. I felt my stream fell a little bit behind to me. Well, it's still a little bit behind. I might just have to deal with it. There we go, now it fixed itself. Nothing here. We'll just keep on moving. You had to restart your game a second ago, or you had to do a main menu reset? Also, guys, for the last time probably in the stream, if anybody is in chat right now that is having a good time and you're just lingering and watching the stream and you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you guys subscribe and like to the channel so that way you guys will have chances to play with me in the future as we do a lot of multiplayer on this stream, on this channel. At least we will be doing it. And yeah, any support I can get from you guys would be greatly appreciated. Just really need to get this great one so we can get back to doing some multiplayer stuff. And building my new lodge. I'm really looking forward to building another lodge, guys. I can't remember if I went here or not, but just bear with me if I did. Oh, I got you, Michael. Yeah, sometimes if you guys notice it's taking me a while to reply to your text, or if you guys are noticing that that something is just off, you may want to refresh your streams. Every so often, whenever you're doing a live stream from a console, the internet can cause YouTube to kind of fall back a few seconds. So if you guys ever realize that something is just seems off about the stream, just refresh the stream and it usually fixes anything. Yeah, I was already here a minute ago. Okay, just move on then. Nothing here. All right, guys, I think we have enough time to do one more sweep. I'm going to fast forward time by about 15 minutes to see if that helps. But we got about 10 minutes left for the stream, about 15 to 10 minutes left, and I think that'll be just enough time for me to go around and finish off my run. So hopefully that great one is there waiting on us, guys. And like I said, if I find time over the weekend to grind, I will. But I don't know if I'll have time or not. Whoops, I don't want 9 o'clock, I want 10 o'clock. There we go. Oh, it's raining. Let me guess, it's gonna last for like 2 seconds. Yep. I don't know why. I think South Sweeten's weather is actually kind of bugged, because I've noticed that whenever it's wanting to rain on this map, it only rains for like 1 or 2 seconds, then quits. I don't know if you guys have noticed that on your maps or not, but it just does not want to seem to last at all. I kind of miss the long rains. Like on some of the maps in the past, the rain would actually last in real life time for about 5 or 10 minutes, and it was kind of relaxing to me to see rain come in every so often. So I'm kind of hoping that they kind of up the length of how long it's supposed to rain in the game on certain times. And it'd be kind of cool if they made the world kind of get darker whenever it rained, and made clouds actually form in the sky. Sort of like how Way of the Hunter does it, where whenever there's a storm, it actually looks like it's storming and everything in the sky as well. Don't tell me my zones are going to be empty for the last few minutes. I hope they ain't. But I'm still happy we're going home with 2 trophies, though. We might get another one to stack on there. So it's a 2. I'm going to leave him. We don't have time to shoot anything right now. I'm just going to observe the rest of my fields. It's a 2. It's a 2. That's a 2. What about the middle zone? Is there anything in the middle? Oh, that was the middle zone. I'm thinking that I might start hunting at 10 o'clock instead of 9:30. Because a lot of my birds are not wanting to be here early in the morning. I mean, it would kind of hinder me as far as doing both, to getting double kills and doing 2 runs in a row, but I think that's also one of the reasons why I'm not seeing a whole lot of my respawns. I don't know. I'll play with it, I guess. All right, Michael. Like I said, if I see the great one in the next five minutes, then I'll be putting a post on YouTube, anyways, man. But it's always a pleasure having you here, buddy. I hope you have a great evening. All right. Thank you so much for your luck, by the way, today. You jumped in and we got 2 trophies right off the bat, so I appreciate you coming in and sharing some of your luck with me. Still no second male here. Oh well. Yeah, thank you, Jack. And Michael, I appreciate it. Jack, you missed a leucistic and you missed a diamond. I had a leucistic that was a level 2 and had a chance at making a super rare, but unfortunately it trolled us pretty badly. It was at the bottom of the estimate. So we now have 4 leucistics and 2 melanistics. And then about two or 3 minutes later, we went to another one of my zones and it had a guaranteed diamond in it. So you've missed a diamond and a leucistic. Still no great one though. And the stream is about to come to an end, by the way. Just letting you know as well. I'm currently checking my zones, and I'll have to call it because I don't have enough time to shoot the zones and then be able to go back through and see what the respawns are. So I'll probably leave these for the next stream or whenever I can grind again. But I'm hoping to at least get surprised and see a great one. But it does not look like it's going to happen. I got 2 zones left to check. But like I said, Jack, I will be putting the shorts out for everybody tonight. So you guys will see the diamond. And I think I'm going to make it into one short. So I'll start, and I'll put them in the chronological order. So I'll do the Super Troll first. And then I will do the diamond play afterwards. It's a level 1. Oh, that guy had some pretty white feathers on him. I thought we had another leucistic there for a minute. What are you, sir? Just a level 1. Alright, guys, we got one last place to check. Big level 2, but no diamond there. Alright, guys, unfortunately, this is going to be where I'm going to have to stop the stream. I don't have enough time to shoot any more birds and be able to see what their respawns are, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. It's been a very fun one with you guys. I'm looking forward to next week. Don't forget that next Saturday we are having another multiplayer stream on Saturday. I'm expecting for it to last about 6 hours or more. So make sure you guys stop by to hunt with me. We're going to let you guys choose which maps to go to and stuff like that. And then throughout the week next week, if we have any time to stream throughout the week, we'll be still going after this great one. We currently are probably right at 3,000 kills at this moment, but I really don't know. I just know that we're like really close. We're right at 3,000. So it could be any time. But until then, guys, I love you all. Like I always say, I hope you guys continue to hit the like buttons for me. I'm going to encourage your friends to subscribe. And I'll see you all next week. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you later.